Hey guys, this is Crypto Renegade here. Just want to do a little intro video to my channel, let you guys know a little bit about who I am and what I'm about, what my philosophies are in terms of cryptocurrencies and what the technology can do for the world and why I believe it's the ultimate expression of freedom. In fact, right now I'm actually wearing my Bitcoin, the Honey Badger of Money t-shirt as proof that I believe in this and that I work with Bitcoin every single day. Just to kind of give you a little background, I've been in cryptocurrency since mid 2016 or so. I've heard things even before that from some friends, and I worked at a lot of technology companies and over the past decade, and a lot of people pointed out that Bitcoin is the greatest new thing, and the way they described it at first just wasn't very enticing, I should say. So I kind of blew it off, and there were all sorts of scary articles that were going on in the news at the time, and basically I just sort of blew it off when I heard about it for the first time in 2014. Fast forward to 2016, I started my own online business, and I was selling things online, and I developed a website. And as I started developing a website in a different niche, I started researching cryptocurrency again. It kept coming up in the news, and someone brought it up again. So I figured now would be a good time to really dive in and really understand it. And a good friend of mine directed me to Satoshi's white paper. And I spent hours reading it. And then I read it again, and then I read it again, and then I read it again, and it clicked. I realized that this was one of the greatest inventions of all time. The power of what it can do. This is the ultimate expression of freedom. Money, for eons of time, have been a way for people to express what they're feeling, what they want, what they need, what they desire. And there's always been a middleman. There's always been someone taking a cut in the middle. And to me, that just seemed like a bad way of doing it. Why can't I transact something, with a stranger or a neighbor or a loved one that was completely private? It was completely peer-to-peer. Why does someone have to record it? Why do I have to trust and verify this transaction with another human being that could be corrupted or could be, have a different ulterior motive or so on? So once I understood the power of this technology, I really started diving in. And a lot of the articles at the time that I was reading were about Mount Gox and all these exchanges and all these hacks and all these things that were going on. So, right before I acquired my first Bitcoin, I was wondering, how do I protect it, and how do I make sure that this doesn't happen to me? People were losing millions and millions of dollars, and I came across this concept called cold storage, and it just made perfect sense. Make sure that you keep your private keys in your possession at all times. Don't leave them on an exchange. Don't leave them with a third party. Find a way to secure them and keep them offline, where only you have access to them. And once I started researching this and realized that this was going to be huge, everyone at a certain point is going to have some cryptocurrency, and they need a way to protect it, and they need a way to have control of it over themselves. So I went out and I started a website, an e-commerce website called bitcoinlockup.com. I'll go ahead and link that below. The site's still live. I sell and review a lot of the main hardware wallets, and I have a blog with new information coming out all the time, so make sure to check it out. But after I was pretty successful there in reselling the wallets and going through and understanding what people wanted and what people needed, I was able to actually develop and design my own hardware wallet with a prominent cryptocurrency company. Due to non-disclosure agreements, I can't really disclose who that is right now because the wallet's not released. But at any rate, I say this because I have experience in the field, and I have experience in understanding, what this is all about. So just wanted to give you some information on kind of who I am and what my background is, and why I got into this, and ultimately it's just because it's so revolutionary. There's never been anything else in this world like it. There's nothing that would allow you to freely interact with people without providing your name, these days I should say, without providing your name, your email, your phone number, all this identifying information. Why can't I make a transaction with someone where they don't need all that personal information? I just want to be able to trade with someone else, on an agreed amount, an exchange and exchange value, and I should be able to do that privately and not have anyone know about it because it's no one else's business. Privacy is the most unalienable right that we have as human beings, and I completely believe that. So anyway, I want to bring this channel to you because for a couple of reasons. Number one, I have a lot of experience and a lot of content that I want to provide you guys. One of my goals is mass adoption. So the question I get a lot is, how do we get mass adoption for cryptocurrency? And there's no one simple answer, but I think that ultimately most people, when they start learning about Bitcoin, they see that this is a great opportunity. It's a gold mine. It's something that they should buy and just hold forever. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that because it is something that's going to go up in value over time, and it's great. But we need to understand that it is a currency. It's called cryptocurrency because we need to use it as a cryptocurrency. So in order for its value to go up, in order for people to see the utility and for people to actually see why this is valuable, it's not just a trinket, it's something that can be used as a very powerful tool for you to use for remittances if you want to pay, send money back home, in a different country, or being able to transact with anyone, anywhere in the world, almost for free, instantly, without getting permission, without paying fees, without getting your account frozen, none of that. That doesn't exist here. That's what makes this so powerful. It allows people to be free. And as far as getting mass adoption, obviously, if you check out my blog, which I'll link below here, the number one thing that we need to do is get merchants on board. People need to start accepting this and promoting this as a way for them to pay for goods and services. So what I think should happen ultimately is we should find different ways for merchants, make it easier for them to onboard and for people to pay. Everyone should be able to download a free wallet on their smartphone, on their tablet, on their desktop. It should be ubiquitous. And ultimately, the more merchant adoption that we get, I think that you're going to see a lot more people wanting to use it. It's private, it's secure. Merchants should want to use it because there's no chargebacks. The fees are virtually none. It's seamless, and everyone who hasn't used it yet is going to like the experience when they use it. So over time, since we are still in our infancy, over time we're going to start to see these wallets and these transaction processes get easier and easier and easier. But more importantly, I just want people to understand that yes, there is a hodl mentality, and people should be, concerned about accumulating this wealth and storing it. And I have my website focuses on cold storage and hardware wallets so that you have a secure way to do that. And I'll leave some links below if you're interested in doing that, learning about it, understanding why it's necessary, and so on. I won't go into that into this video, but basically what we want to do is we want to promote this as a currency, let people use it. Now, I'm going to be doing several videos on how to trade cryptocurrency, how to earn cryptocurrency, with passive income, why Bitcoin, again, is the ultimate expression of freedom and why it's so powerful and what most people don't realize about it. And I'm going to be covering an array of topics that will ultimately give people information on how to use it easily, where to use it, how they can spend it, what the processes are, and so on. So mass adoption, mass adoption, mass adoption. The value will only increase the more that we use it as a currency. Once people see how powerful it is as a tool, then people are going to start wanting to use it instead of using debit cards, instead of using credit cards, instead of using banks. There's just so much corruption and so much filth and so much power that is so centralized with these people. I'm not even going to get into my philosophical rant about what happened at the 2008 crash and why I believe Bitcoin was born in the first place, but I think we all know that we need a revolution in finance, and I believe that Bitcoin is the answer, and cryptocurrencies in general are the answer. So just wanted to give you an intro on this and go over some of the things that I believe in, privacy, freedom of expression, being able to use this as an actual currency, as a tool for freedom, as a tool for gaining economic independence, getting out of debt, getting out of poverty, all these important things that the world is plagued with. And I believe this is the best tool that we can use to do that. Just wanted to say thank you. Welcome to the channel. I'm going to be, like I said, promoting a lot more content and giving you guys tools and intros and reviews on products that I use currently, and just a unique information about me. I've actually been living off of Bitcoin primarily as a sole currency over the past couple of years, and so I'm going to show you guys some ways that you can actually do it. You can pay your rent, you can pay your bills, you can pay your groceries, you can literally buy anything, and it's very easy to help get people to get set up on this. So I'm going to be going over that in the next video. Please subscribe if you like the intro and the content in this video, and I plan on promoting a lot more new content here in the coming weeks, and hope to see you guys again. Thanks.